Head Master Chief Canteen, and I'm taking over Poolside.
Whoa. I know you guys like to take over stuff.
We do.
And we're glad to have you. But welcome to another episode of
Poolside Cooking.
This is our military episode, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. Get ready. We'll see you back here in a minute.
Let's sit by the poolside. The weather feels so good tonight. Sip on the red wine. Everything is so nice, yeah, it's time to settle down. Because right now we gon' take a dip, then we gon' sip, yeah. Poolside cooking, the flavor is right, eating all night, yeah. Poolside cooking, the taste with a smile on your face. Not a thing will go to waste, it's all good.
If I could nail my heart right to you, I would.
And we're back. Man, I tell you what, this is an exciting episode today. Why? Because we have the military from just about all the branches of service. I think the only one we're missing today is the Space Force. But we'll get to you. But right now I have some ladies and gentlemen from the recruiting command here in Norfolk, Virginia. Welcome to Poolside Cooking.
Thank you.
All right, two awesome chiefs. You know what? I got to tell you first and foremost that you guys look good in uniform.
Well, we appreciate it.
You know, you don't want to start off with you, Chief. You know, I see you've got the surface warfare pin on, so obviously you had some sea time.
I did. Too much.
Tell me a little bit about that experience.
It was difficult at first, but that's actually why I always enlisted in the Navy. It was career-driven. It's exactly what I pictured and envisioned myself to do, serving my country. So every time I think about my job and what I do and what I provide, it was just exhilarating. It's awesome.
It's exciting.
Yes.
Okay, kind of like the movie Battleship with Rihanna in it.
That's exactly what I do.
Oh, wow, cool. What's your rate?
I'm an operations specialist.
Okay, that's awesome. You know, that's what Rihanna was in the film.
And many other things, but correct.
Okay, good. Can you fight like her? You know, probably a little better. You know, well, and Chief, tell us about your experience. I see you're both Airedale and service.
Yes.
Tell us about your experience.
So I'm an aviation bosun mate handler, and ever since I was a young man, I wanted to join the Navy. Okay. So fulfilling my dreams, and the Navy's been good to me and my family, and I love serving my country. And it's just been an amazing experience. It's been on 8 deployments, and I love touring and visiting different countries.
On the government expense.
Yes. And I love it.
That is amazing, isn't
Small
it?
town,
You know?
small country boy from Texas. Got to see the world.
Wow. Now, let me ask you this. Now, being an aviation bosun mate, now, obviously, you spend a lot of time on aircraft carriers.
Yes.
How realistic is Top Gun?
It's about 50-50. Some of it's right on it. The others is a little bit make-believe, but it's also the movies. So.
Right. Yeah, it is the movie. You got to add the little Hollywood spin to it. And also, did you ever get to work on the flight deck?
Yes, I've worked on 4 different carriers, and I worked on the flight decks on 2 of them, and I worked in the hangar bay on the other 2.
Okay, did you get to do the... did you get to do that? What do they call that guy?
They call them the shooters. I'm an aircraft director, so I pass it to the shooters so they can shoot to the aircraft.
You know,
I just make sure it's lined up right.
Right. I think what's amazing about that is each of them get to do their own little style. Yeah. There's a guy, one of my neighbors is one of those guys. Yeah. And he tells me all the different things they do, and they make it up, you know. And now your experience, what ships have you served on?
Nothing but DDGs, so small type platforms.
Destroyed.
Hands-on, yes, sir.
Whoa, man, I tell you what, our military is the toughest in the world. I got to give it to you guys, you know, and me being in the Coast Guard, it's kind of hard competing against the Navy recruiters. I'm gonna be honest with you, you know, that was a big challenge, but we did it. But first of all, I want to say thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Okay, and I want to ask, because I still do a little recruiting now, okay? Especially with the young kids coming out of high school. What is the ASVAB score now you guys are looking for?
So now our entrance ASVAB score is 10.
Oh, whoa. 10?
Correct. That's starting at 10 to 30. So that's for any, as long as you
Isn't
have.
that low?
Nothing is low. It's an opportunity.
Okay,
Clarence is an opportunity, a great opportunity.
Y'all heard that. 10 ASVAB score. If you can't get a 10 ASVAB score, forget it. You can't do nothing in society. No, but that's great, you know.
Correct.
Now, okay, so a high ASVAB. Let's say I got a kid that comes in, she gets a 50 on up.
Correct.
They can pretty much pick their job.
Almost any job that you want to request in the Navy. So as high as your ASVAB score is, the more opportunities are available for you. Correct.
Good. That's amazing. That's amazing. And where are you guys located?
We are actually in Virginia, the state of Virginia, but we have 50 recruiting stations.
Okay.
So this is from Maryland, Virginia to North Carolina. We cover about 50,000 square miles, and we employ over 200 recruiters, support personnel, and civilians that all recruit qualified individuals for both enlisted and officer programs.
That's amazing, man. Well, again, thank you for your service. Thank you for coming on Poolside Cooking. And I'll even give you a shout out. Go Navy.
Hey,
Thank you.
We'll be back with a little bit more Poolside Cooking.
Oh, it's your birthday. Turn it up. Turn it up. Turn it up. Hey. Yes, yes.
We're back by the pool, y'all. Yes.
Indeed,
My name
indeed.
is Ashley Marie. I'm your host of Poolside Cooking. We have,
Chef Wimbo, baby.
yes, we do. And this is our Memorial Day episode.
Yes,
so
yes. It's me
You
too.
were in the, were you in the military?
Yes, woo,
Hold on. Okay, what you got for us?
Woo.
got for us?
Don't play.
Don't
Once
play
a
with
chief,
it. Don't play
always
with
a
it.
chief. We don't stop. We don't stop.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
All right, so what we got for today, Chef?
So it's Memorial Weekend. So the thing about Memorial, you know, pay homage to the veterans, but it's all about the cookouts.
Yeah.
You know, so we got some great things that we're gonna throw on a grill today. Let them know we outside
good
getting it.
cookout by the
Yes,
pool.
all of that.
You know, we have to have it.
You know what I mean? You looking good, I'm looking better, of course, you know. So that's what we're gonna do. So we got some burgers, I got some hot Frank sausage,
Okay.
I got some chicken marinated, and I got your favorite with the shrimp and everything like that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get things going, throw some items on the grill. We're gonna cook those, we're gonna please your palate like I always
Yes,
do. Make sure you and Clarence is definitely happy and they like that. So I'm gonna start off grabbing some of these sausages.
Okay.
Got those going on a
Are
grill.
these plain, sweet, mild?
Oh, they're mild sausage right
Okay.
here, mild sausage. Just I like to give a little bit of heat when I do these things. So after the sausage, I'm gonna go ahead and put the burgers on. Yes.
What did you season these burgers with?
Come on, now, if I give that information, then they won't be tuned in and watching
okay.
us.
Well, so
But a little bit of love. But a little bit of love.
okay,
That's
we
all
got
it
it,
is.
we
Just a
got it,
little
we
bit
got
of
it.
love. So getting the burgers going on. And one thing about hamburgers, especially if you got a thick burger, you never want to press down on a burger because you're getting rid of all of that juice that's inside. You know, you want to go ahead and bite that burger, and when you bite that burger, you want to get that flavor, the juice. It'll coat your palate and everything
That's
like
a good
that.
tip. That's a
Yes,
good
indeed.
tip.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So adding the burgers on. Once the burgers is on, then we're gonna go ahead and put the chicken breasts on. And with the chicken breasts, I butterflied them because they were so thick. And it's very important, as I said on previous episodes, that you want the cooking to go through and be even so that everything could be done at the same time. You don't want to overcook it or even more importantly, undercook it, because there is no such thing as medium chicken.
Oh, yeah, we're not doing
Oh,
that.
no. Salmonella will kill you. Yes, indeed. Yes,
I don't know what
indeed.
you got on these chicken. Look, but I can smell it already.
Oh,
The
yes,
flavor is
yes.
coming through.
It is, and we're over here away from it, and we're getting all of that flavor, that smell coming in. It is, electrifying.
Yes.
But the thing is, it's your birthday.
Yes, and I want to say thank you for that birthday meal that you made me last. Look, that put me down.
Yes, indeed. I'm glad it
I
did.
appreciate that.
So what are you, what, 19, 20?
We're not going
19?
there.
I'm just Yes,
So while this is
indeed.
cooking out, we'll be right back on Poolside Cooking.
Can't you see how much I really love it? I'ma sing it to you time and time again.
And we're back. And as you can see, we have more veterans with us. Today's really special because I myself is a veteran. And one of the things I advocate for, even in politics, is veterans. And today we're going to talk about some guys that are active duty and retired. I'm going to start with the Chief. Chief, what's your name and tell us where you're stationed?
All right. I'm Jonathan Blakeney. I'm from North Carolina. I'm stationed on the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower.
All right, man. How do you like that on a big old aircraft carrier?
It's unique. So,
Is it?
a lot of different people, a lot of different faces, mindsets, personalities, a lot of different jobs, a lot of moving parts, but it all comes together at the end.
Okay, now, are you the guy on the flight deck?
I am not the guy on the flight deck.
Okay.
I'm in a little shop. I work on electronics. So I'm an aviation electronics technician. So we make sure that all the moving parts, electronics on the plane, make sure that they function well and the plane goes up off the 20 and up. So
That is absolutely amazing. And I know those fighter pilots really, really have a lot of respect for you guys. Because you guys make those things fly. Or at least communicate why they're flying.
yeah, so they know where they're going and which way is up.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Well, thank you for your service. Now we're going to take the Marine Corps. Oh, yeah. All right. Man, I tell you, give us your name and your career in the Marine Corps.
My name is Darius Bird. I'm a Marine vet due to an injury. I got an injury in combat. So I didn't want to get out. I wanted to be a lifer, but my life turned out pretty great afterwards. So I still want to be able to have a life that I live now without. So I'm thankful for that.
Now, which war were you in when you got wounded?
Afghanistan, Iraq.
Afghanistan and Iraq. Do you remember that moment?
I do, but it's more along the lines of it was more to my leg, so I don't have to have a replacement. So that kept me from advancing the way I wanted to advance. So it was best that I just called it what it was.
Well, you know, this is a Memorial Day episode, and I'm sure in that situation you probably lost some guys.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
You know, and it's just, I think we're doing ourselves a favor by remembering those that were lost in combat.
Right.
You know, and we appreciate what you do. And we thank God that you're able here to tell us about it. You know, did you enjoy the Marine Corps?
I did. I made a lot of friends and still got a lot of friends that I call brothers now. Matter of fact, a lot of things I do, I still try to give back and help with veterans, especially with like PTSD. I ended up getting into a clothing line business that I run. It's called the Music Fitness. I also do events, that's Platinum Events Unlimited. And most of those proceeds we give back to veterans and try to help.
That is awesome. That is so awesome, man. Well, thank you again for your service and your contribution. And my God, how can you talk about veterans and not mention the veterans, the VFW?
You gotta mention the
You got to mention the VFW. They do an amazing work here in Hampton Roads. Tell us your name and what you're doing here with the VFW.
Jim Ireland, Colonel, United States Army. I went in for 2 and got out at 26, so I ended up staying. We're with the VFW 2894 over in Chesapeake. In fact, we just got a headquarters. We've been here for 27 years.
Wow.
Never had a headquarters there. We always went someplace for a meeting. Now we got a place over on South Battlefield Boulevard, 3329 South Battlefield. Well, we've got a home. We're going to put that thing together, and we can get, I think, more members and do a lot more for the community.
Man, that is amazing, man. And we appreciate everything. As veterans, we appreciate everything you do. Now, tell us the meaning of the poppy.
Great. In fact, you've got people out there now with the VFW giving out poppies. In fact, here, you need to have one of these. As I remember. Okay. Now, the story behind the poppy is that during World War I, the last big battle up in it was northern Belgium. Thousands of people were killed. It was a very brutal war. And after the war was over, people wanted to find something to remember that particular battle and the soldiers that died in that battle. And they came up with different things, and it wasn't really what they were expecting. But the women from that area said, we ought to do, and this is a local thing that got bigger, that when the battle was over, the only thing that would grow in that field were poppies. And it was due to the ammunition, the nitrates in it, the chemicals, and of course, the battle itself. But those poppies grew over this huge, huge area. So the women would go out and pick these poppies, and every year they would hand those poppies out to the people that were there in remembrance of that people who died. That caught on and is now gone worldwide in the VFW every year. You'll see them out in different places. We're out today, I think in Walmart and different places, handing these out. Now, they're not for sale. If somebody hands you a buddy poppy, it's to just say, remember a veteran. A lot of people use that and say, by the way, here's a donation. And you can donate. But the poppy, a lot of people don't understand the significance of it. And so now maybe you might have a better idea and appreciate what that represents.
Wow. Well, thank you again for your service and your contributions to society.
Yeah.
And right next to me is the top ranking officer here in the presence, General Ron Lewis. Ron, thank you for coming to Poolside Cooking. You're not a vet. You're not a stranger to Poolside Cooking. You've been on several times.
That's right.
Ron, you know, one thing that I admire about you and admire about what you did was the fact that you were a Apache pilot.
That's correct.
You know, and I know you've seen combat.
Yep.
You led guys in combat.
I did.
Tell us some of that experience.
Well, first off, to Jimlin and yourself for hosting an episode on Memorial Day, which is a critical holiday for me. I appreciate you all doing that. That means a lot. It means a lot to us. Veterans Day, we've gotten together. Veterans Day is about everyone who served and thanking everyone who actually put a uniform on, the 1% of the country that puts on a uniform. But Memorial Day is about those that we lost, those that gave the ultimate sacrifice. Memorial Day started off in 1868. It was actually Decoration Day, 3 years after the Civil War ended, and there were flowers put on the graves of all of those men who died on both sides. And then it became Memorial Day after that, and a chance to remember those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. It's important to me. It means a lot to me. I can remember coming back to Fort Hood, Texas in 2005, and my first Memorial Day back after combat, having lost my first four guys, my first four pilots in combat. Just that family, the unit coming together and putting our arms around the family members of those that we lost. And I'm just going to speak their names. Chuck, Shane, CJ, and Orlando. Great men, great cavalrymen. We had a saying in the unit, when we fly, soldiers don't die. When we fly, soldiers don't die. And all of the pilots lived that. They flew as hard as they could, as long as they could, and saved as many on the ground as we could. And to Chief's point, though, it's a team of teams. Yes, it was a great attack helicopter unit, Apaches and Scouts, but the pilots were no good to me if I didn't have aircraft that worked. And if the aircraft didn't have fuel, they didn't have bullets, they were no good. If you didn't have the right intelligence, the right weather. So, team of teams. Everyone in that unit was critical to the unit's success. And I appreciate that. That was one of the best teams I've ever been associated with. And to all of those who gave the ultimate sacrifice, and to the family members that are still here, just know that the country is appreciative of your sacrifice. And for the family members, you're never alone, ever. If you need something, please reach out to the community, and we will be there for you. That's what this country's all about, Clarence. That's who we really are in our fabric. We may be getting confused lately on who we really are, but that's who we really are to our core, to our fabric. It's the best country on the face of the earth.
Well said.
I agree with that. We are the best country here in the world. My God, man, what a touching episode. We're going to be back with Chef Wimbo, because he's actually cooking up something really nice for
All right.
Good. We'll be back in a minute with more Poolside Cooking.
My name is True Ann Lewis, and I am the sister of the executive producer of Poolside Cooking. Today we honor with special pride our very own father, Mr. James E. Lewis, Jr., born in 1946 in Haines City, Florida. To James E. Lewis, Sr. and the former Tiny Lee Miles. 18 months after his father, James Lewis Sr., comes back from serving in World War II with an all-colored troop, the Mighty 470th Amphibious Truck Unit. He is the firstborn child of this couple from Bullock County, Midway, Alabama. Mr. Lewis entered the Army on the 20th of March, 1964, until February 13th, 1966, from Toledo, Ohio, for Vietnam at the tender age of 18 as a armored machine gunner. He served with Charlie Company, 1st Battalion, 17th Mechanized Infantry, and in Da Nang. He retired in 1991 on April 30th as a Chesty Bulldog from the United States Marine Corps. So proud of his yellow, black, and red colors he is. He's had a long, distinguished career as a food service specialist all over the world. Graduate of the prestigious Johnson & Wales Culinary School in the culinary arts, many awards and achievements with presidential citations, his legacy of 4 generations of firstborns, and his direct lineage from World War II to Iraq and Afghanistan. But most importantly, he's our dad. Married to his wife Norma for 44 years with 7 daughters. Our father has made a long-lasting legacy for his family and a dedicated commitment to service to this country that we can all be proud of as Americans. Thank you, Dad. This is for you. Hoorah!
Let's sit by the poolside. The weather feels so, so good tonight. Sip on the in my eye. Sit on tonight.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Man, I tell you what, man, I couldn't wait to get into this Chef Wimbo meal today. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, it's absolutely delicious.
Man, you know, we're gonna have to go off camera because I want to eat this off camera so I can really get down. So we'll see you back here on another episode of Poolside Cooking.
Let's sit by the poolside. The weather feels so, so good tonight. Sip on the red wine. Everything is so nice, yeah, it's time to settle, yeah.